68 degrees.
Yeah.
Right, but the quick cheaty way of converting is to double the Celsius and then add 32.
Yeah, double and then add 30, I think. Doesn't really matter. 2 degrees doesn't matter that much in Fahrenheit.
Strictly speaking, it's 9/5, not double.
Yeah, it's
Right, which is
1.8,
why it's
but
a cheaty way of doing it.
it's easier.
Well, yeah, and especially when you have absolutely zero idea of what that even roughly means, it's better than nothing.
Basically,
well,
yeah.
I've got one for you. -40.
That's
No, that's
the
the
same.
same.
Come on, even I know that.
Nice try.
She tried to deceive us.
Yes, it has been an off day for me.
That's okay. I know the feeling.
I'm treating.
Oh,
Sorry.
no, go ahead.
Oh, I am treating my phone because it has acquired a case of screen burn from being out of my possession all day and apparently having teeth displayed on it.
Huh. That sounds awful.
Why does your phone have teeth displayed on it?
I have no fucking clue whatsoever. I came home and there were teeth, and I was like, wow, that's a really weird album cover. I left Pandora running. And then I closed Pandora and it was still there, so I made it black, and sure enough, that's teeth.
Sure enough, that's teeth. Sounds like some kind of like
80s
comedy.
rock band cover?
It's like a dental sitcom.
All right. So are we all here and able to hear?
Yep.
Think so.
Awesome. Alrighty. So who remembers what we did the last time we played, guys?
I did a cartoon cat run on a giant's face.
And then I told it to fuck off.
And then the DM was sad.
Because lo, it did.
I was very sad. I am not afraid to admit that.
And then we found out that they trashed Tribor and took like half its population. So now some people are pissed. Now we have time to plan its doom.
You certainly do. As I recall, you also had a brief rock-off with some other adventurers.
Oh yeah, that's true. We kicked ass.
Yeah, and you managed to get yourselves some wanted posters from the fucking Inquisition.
That was
Yeah,
not so
there's no way
kick ass,
that's
but
gonna come back.
In our defense, the Inquisition was being little bitches.
They're the Inquisition! What do you expect them to do?
I don't know. I don't expect them to do anything.
This isn't the Spanish Inquisition, though.
To be fair, I mean, are they a newly formed order, or have I encountered at least their existence before?
Yes. Yes, you would have.
Have they always been complete dicks?
Basically.
I think there was a little bit of player and character knowledge dissonance there.
I mean, I can't see that knowledge would have markedly changed my personal behavior towards them, but I didn't cast any magic on any of them.
Yeah.
Because I probably just wouldn't have gone up to the place.
Fair enough.
That is more likely.
I bet if they hadn't, they would have said I did anyway.
Basically. All right. So we ended off last session. You guys got into Tribor, and you were planning how to defend it against the giant coming back. I believe. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Is that right?
So I have this lovely map for you all. There were some ideas. I don't remember what they were. So I'm just going to leave you guys to plan traps and stuff.
We're gonna need a lot more trees along this line. We're hoping it doesn't
Is
get
the
that
map
close.
to scale?
The map is to scale.
Okay.
I can extend it out longer if you really want, but
Nah, it's not.
already like
I need to
100.
know if it is or not.
Are these
Already
like
like
the usual like
100.
evergreen trees or like older maples or whatever?
They're a mix mostly. There's nothing too old this close to the walls, but they're a mix of different kinds of trees. There is not a gate at this part of the wall. There's a gate like a little bit. There's a gate probably about. There's a gate not that far away, but this is the closest place to where you last saw the giant. It is a very safe bet that this is where he will be attacking.
Okay.
No gate in the portion of wall here, though.
Okay. So that's a 30-foot wall?
Yes.
Are the trees at the height of the wall?
The trees are probably 15, 20 feet tall.
All right. And how tall is the giant? Fire giants are like 18 feet, right?
They're like 20, 25, I want to say.
How tall were the trees again?
15, 20 feet tall.
That should work.
That should work, yeah.
All right. So,
I mean, that's just within tolerance.
might be a bit more difficult for people on the wall to see. So we might want to keep, if anyone's going to help us with this, we might need to keep them low. I guess the question is, can we get anyone to help us with this? Any archers from the town?
They don't need to be good. Just putting arrows in the air will help. And enough arrows will something's gonna hit.
We may want to be somewhat careful with that.
Right.
Friendly fire and all, yo.
That's why I'm saying we keep them low and go for the legs.
Yeah, you can try and hunt some. You can try and get some archers from the town. Roll persuasion.
You're at risk of our
Everyone or just one person?
Whoever
How
wants
about-
whoever wants to go, try and recruit archers from the town.
Richard, do you want to double up on this? Let's give each other.
Sure.
All right. Yeah, you get some archers from the town. You get a troop of about 6 archers who are willing to stand on the walls and fire arrows at the incoming giant.
Oh, we might adjust that to see if they'll be not on the walls, but at the bottom of the walls.
Okay.
I'd want to put at least a few on the wall, honestly. Even
That's
if we
true.
don't expect them to do any good, like that's where they'll be happiest.
Half and half then.
All right.
The ones who know how to run away in a prudent manner can go down, and the other ones can stay on the wall.
Because only some of them will have the advantage then. Because... Well, Syl and I have been talking, and we think we have a good way to deal with this. So if we have plenty of time to spare ahead of time, a certain someone can become a giant wolf spider and get some webbing across the tops of those trees.
And you said that was about curiosity.
With a question mark?
Well, it was at the time. Wow, that is an immense block of text.
Yeah, Jesus.
It's a complicated rule.
It is.
It's also like the full text of the rule rather than a condensed version of it.
Well, in general, you get all the physical capabilities of the animal you turn into.
The condensed is the same thing. It just condenses my view.
So I guess if the giant is a little bit taller than the trees, we may want to go between them also, as well as across the top. Just to give you more places to go. And then maybe also attach some to the wall and down. That might actually help. But yes, so Syl runs a bunch of webs between all the trees and the wall and stays above the giant as much as possible. And Inks's idea is to cast darkness on something that Syl can carry around in the web because blind sight and web sense. But it should be tall enough that it'll blind it, but we can still see its legs.
I'm only going to be able to see half of that.
That's alright, as long as you keep it blind, we can deal with it.
I will get you the elk token soon. Where are you putting your webs? Can you draw them on the map for me? Or where would you like to put one?
Well, I've been assuming that the trees are more or less symbolic.
Yeah, they're basically, those represent like clusters of trees.
Neural network graph up in here.
Sorry?
These are also like between the tops of the trees and then also like between the not the stumps, the whatever they call that main area. Trunk. Just so she has plenty of places to go. Yeah, and then connect a couple of them to the wall.
Something like that.
Okay.
The idea being you should be able to run around the whole battlefield, obviously within the limitations of what we can reasonably pull off of the time allotted. Given an infinite amount of time, total ceiling of webs.
Yeah, but you definitely do not have time for that. All right.
And I was just sort of eyeballing what I thought was a reasonable distance now.
They can. Those fucking spiders can shoot webs like 60 feet or something. But yeah, you can set this up.
Roughly how strong is my silk?
Sorry?
Roughly how strong is my silk, given that I am a giant spider?
Your
Is it
what?
just
Sorry?
Silk.
Oh,
Strong as steel cable? What? No, I'm pretty sure there's a rule in there somewhere for the.
yeah, I'm pretty sure there is a rule for how to break spider silk.
I guess at least strong enough to hold up a medium creature, because that's what you are, right?
Not for nothing, it would definitely be described as a cable, not a string.
But we're not looking to attack it with it either way.
No, but what I do want to do is give these guys lines down to the ground.
So, webbing can be destroyed. It can be burst with a DC 12 strength check. And it can also be attacked. So it has AC 10, 5 hit points, and it's vulnerable to fire damage. And it's immune to bludgeoning, poison, and psychic.
I mean, we can't insult the web to death.
Damn it, my job's out.
You don't want to insult this web.
This web is your friend.
That's why I was saying we were trying to put it as much as we can to give you multiple options in case he breaks through some of it. You can move to another spot.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna keep webbing this in until someone stops me.
I think you're at sufficient. Oh, holy shit! You added a lot more webs while I wasn't looking. Jesus Christ! Okay, stop. Stop. I'm gonna cull those a little bit if that's all right.
It's meant to be representative.
That's what happens with spiders. You look away and then suddenly there's cobwebs fucking everywhere.
God. Yeah, I'm gonna. I'm just gonna cull some of the ones closest to the wall. Because the network you already have is pretty damn big. All right, we'll keep the lines for the crossbowmen to come down, but the big ass network you already have will be sufficient, I think.
Just let all the archers and everyone know that our goal is to go for the legs and try to get it to not be able to get close enough to the town. Going for the Achilles heel.
That's the spirit. No, fire giants do not actually burn.
They're more known for fire resistance.
I believe they actually have fire immunity, but yeah. They live in fire. They're immune to fire. They are not necessarily fiery themselves, though.
Then I guess my fire and ice routine is going to become just an ice routine.
All right. Does anybody have any other traps?
Is there anything anyone else can do?
Good question.
Not really.
You have a day to prepare. Use your imagination.
Pit trap? Try to make it stumble on it?
We could probably get a couple like bear pits under the webs.
Yeah. Go for it. I will say you have time to dig 3 giant-sized bear pits.
Do we think, like... Yeah, those areas... One on
Oh,
the
don't
other
mind me.
side.
I'm
And
just
then a middle.
measuring.
Something like that.
You might want to make those a bit bigger. They are currently smaller than the giant.
Okay.
Giants are huge sized.
We may want to make one of them, like, in this big area here, just in case it gets through, as, like, a last resort.
It'll be, well, do I have webbing over that, or is it, has it been actually cold or just visually cold?
They have been actually culled.
Okay, I can rotate this one, but I can't move it.
Which one?
The one over the guys. In the middle.
Yeah, what? Damn it, roll 20. I think roll. There
It
you
might
go.
be that.
Roll 20 might just be being difficult.
Yeah, I think so. It's roughly the right spot. So,
Yeah, it's fine.
and then the southern one, in case he tries any shenanigans in that direction.
The farthest southern one or the close southern one?
Far southern one.
Okay.
No, the close southern one. If he tries the other way, we'll do something else.
Okay. We're just gonna leave that far southern one because for some reason I cannot select it to delete it, which is fun. That's fine.
Is it on a different layer?
No, they're all in the same layer. Plus, I didn't draw any of them.
Yeah, I don't know how I would put it on another layer.
I don't think you can as a player.
No, I don't think you can either.
Even then, there's only like 2 layers that we can actually see. So it's not like there's a lot of complicated nonsense going on there.
Not that you can see, anyways.
Yeah, there's a GM layer too.
Yes, there is. And a most useful layer it is.
I'm pretty sure the giant's already on there.
He absolutely is on the GM layer right now. Who knows? He might be there watching you prepare your traps right now. Any other traps or preparations y'all want to make?
Besides making sure everyone in the town knows what we're doing so they can stay away from the area.
Oh, they know. They
Good.
know. They heard you trying to find people to fight another fire giant. They're gonna stay the fuck away from whatever you guys are doing.
Well, if there's anything like... I was thinking if there are any kind of, like, major flaws in the wall or anything like that, I might be able to mend it in the time being. It's a fixer-upper town.
You're not a dwarf, so roll an intelligence check, I guess. I assume you don't have, like... No, you're a
Yeah.
sorcerer.
No one in this town could tell me, like, yeah, there's this structural flaw.
No! If they knew about any structural flaws in their wall, they'd fix them.
Well, that's what I mean, like, if they knew it was down, they could also point me towards it and I can fix it faster.
No. No, none of them know any structural flaws that you can mend.
Like, just an investigation, or...
I don't suppose you have masonry tool proficiency, do you?
Nope.
Straight in, then. Does anybody have masonry tool proficiency? I know Ox has carpentry. Yeah, you don't find anything.
Okay. Yeah, if there's nothing else anyone can think of for me to help with this, she might just kind of mend some broken things that seem important to particular people, just to kind of get their spirits up.
I have proficiency with an herbalism kit. Are there any plants that make good traps?
Make a nature check. You find some berries that taste especially nasty, but nothing weaponizable.
Just drop the berries in its mouth from overhead.
Oh, they taste so bad!
It's something. I'm thinking Adria would probably help the archers get ready as much as she can. I mean, they're already know how to use bows or they don't, but I can, help.
Oh, that's fair. Okay, how are you helping them get ready?
A little bit of practice, make sure the bows are in good condition, give them some confidence, let them know that they are doing it right. And it depends on what they need.
Give them... Give me a persuasion check. Okay. You do okay with them. They aren't discouraged, but they aren't too encouraged by your words. You particularly touch one of them and manage to help him shoot a little bit better. So one of them will have advantage on his first round of attacks.
Okay. It's something.
It is something. Oh, right. Fuck. All right, you should have control over it, I think.
Yep.
Awesome.
And since Syl might be at least partly blinded, depending on where he is in comparison to her, Adriel, you might have to call out some locations for her, basic ones in Elvish, so he can't hear.
Yep.
All right. For the purposes of cover, the wall, being behind the wall, like on the ground, will give you total cover. Being like up on, I shouldn't say that. Being behind the wall will give you total cover as long as the wall is still there. Being on top of the wall will give you half. Yeah. The trees will grant cover as appropriate as well.
Yeah, I'm thinking even Rich and I will probably have to be on the other side just so we can see its legs. Unless there's a spot to cast through the wall.
I mean, there's like Merlins and stuff on the wall, right? I think that's what they're called. So you can like poke out from on the wall and cast around those.
Like closer to the ground?
Oh, no.
Yeah, because we need to see its legs.
It's a fucking giant. You can see its legs from miles around.
Not through darkness.
That's true. That is true. All right.
So everyone's goal is to attack and then move.
Does anybody else have trapping that they would like to do, or shall we begin?
Let's do it.
Now, you guys know I unfortunately can't haste or anything like that while I'm holding on to the darkness, so that's going to be my major focus, is to not get hit.
All right. Position yourselves how you wish to be positioned when the giant comes in. So a day passes. You spend most of it setting up webs and pit traps and encouraging the guards who come to fight alongside you. You sleep through the night without incident. Come morning, however, you hear the stomping of feet coming from the west of town. It appears as if your giant is coming back, and he may have brought some friends.
Okay.
I would like everybody to please roll initiative.
One of these days, I will roll a decent initiative.
But that day is not today. It's okay. The giant rolled 4.
That's what I was going to say. Still better than the giant.
Do I?
He has a -1 on initiative. Are you surprised?
Which means he actually did roll better than me.
Yeah.
But since we at least set this up, can I get off the darkness first as soon as I get close?
Oh yeah. As soon as you see him coming, you can get off the darkness.
Though I'm waiting until they get close enough, so they're not expecting it.
Yeah, like basically, as soon as they're within this range, you can get off the darkness. That is cool. Who was it who was complaining last week that we hadn't had combat for a while?
I don't remember specifically complaining.
Oh. No, I think you're right. Somebody was commenting that we hadn't. Today we do. Yeah, your token's all the way over here.
And now it's by the elk.
Yes.
And its magnificent antenna.
Oh, my pre-battle spell is Shield of Faith.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Do you want a spider token?
That might be helpful for now.
Let me see if there is one in here real quick.
I'll just put my actual body somewhere safe for now.
That thing's fucking terrifyingly big.
God damn. It's supposed to be medium sized.
All right. The sheet should be in your journal. You should be able to see it. Everybody tokened up and ready to go?
Yep.
The guards in the initiative. I'll roll those. They're not going to beat Rich. All right. Rich, would you care to start us off?
And then I'll cast Fairy Fire on him.
All right. Wisdom save, I believe? Or Dex?
Dex.
All right. He fails it. So the giant is now illuminated with the... What color fire are you using?
Go with magenta.
Ooh, excellent choice.
Not green flame!
He is now illuminated with magenta fire.
Does anybody know what the range of Bardic Inspiration is again?
60 feet.
And of course, as you say it, I see it. Yes. I will give Adriel Bardic Inspiration, and that will be my turn.
Awesome.
What size die is it now?
Should be a D8. I don't know, the sheet updated again, and it looks like it's broken as hell.
Yeah, it should be a D8. You're level 6. It's a
All right.
Yeah, speaking of
That's what I want to do. Yeah, it's my turn.
Indeed it is.
Move up to there. And yeah, it's too tempting a target. I'm gonna cast Moonbeam.
Oh.
Yes!
All right, draw your circle.
Yeah, it's gonna be centered there. Just check the radius.
I think it's 10 or 20. I can't remember.
5 foot radius. So.
All right. The Magmen will not all die this turn.
But at least focus on them.
Oop.
All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 deck Wow. Okay. Only one of them fails.
Half damage ain't bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
So half damage times 5 guys is still like 30 damage total. Not a wasted turn.
Indeed, it is not. Oh, it actually kills one of them.
Nice.
All right. So the one that fails its save writhes under the beam of moonlight and then actually explodes
Nice.
into a fiery burst. Unfortunately, nothing close to it is vulnerable to fire damage.
Yeah.
But scratch one Magman.
Right, that'll be it though.
Right, gotcha. All right. The rest of them they have 30 feet of speed. So the rest of them are going to move forward.
So
And
maybe.
this closest one is actually going to make a touch attack against your webs.
How is he reaching?
He's right next to this red one here. Unless the red one's
20 feet up.
20 feet up. Okay, never mind. He does not make a touch attack against the web. He is just going to keep chilling.
That's the whole point of the webs, right? Is to be high up.
Yep.
This is true. Foolishly, I thought that they were also going to be used to restrain people. But that's...
No, we already knew that wasn't going to work.
Yeah, that's all they got. Go ahead, Sil.
I am, as I cannot swap in and out of forms willy-nilly. Am I actually up the tree, or am I starting from the ground?
You can start from wherever you want.
Yeah, we were prepping for this.
Yeah. You've known this was coming for a day. You can start wherever the hell you want.
I'd say keep yourself up high. Preferably,
Yeah.
like, hidden in the, tree.
Yeah, at the moment they basically want to hide and wait for the giant to come into my prepared area.
Okay. Roll a spell check for me. Okay.
Really?
Despite being a giant spider, you do not seem too at home hiding in the trees. Hopefully no one spots you.
Don't
At
worry,
the
just
very
prepare to
least,
move.
hominids are programmed to look up.
I'd say probably hold your action to move once they get close, because when the darkness goes off,
Yep.
they won't know where you are anymore.
True. Speaking of darkness, Inks, you're up.
Well, I am holding off on that because they haven't gotten close enough yet, and I'd rather it be a surprise. So how about if we'll run around? Let's go over here, and I think I can reach. Let me check my distances. Yeah, that's fine. So let's give a friend here. A chromatic orb.
Okay. Well, that's gonna hit whoever you send it at.
The giant with advantage on him.
All right.
And then I'm gonna move back around to not be in the same exact spot.
Yeah, the giant attempts to dodge your chromatic orb. Unfortunately, doesn't quite manage to do so. So he is going to take 24 cold damage. Ah! So cold! Is that all?
Yep.
All right. So that takes us to the Orog's turn. They can't do anything because they're too far away. So they're going to move. And then they're actually going to... They're going to dash. And that one is going to be stuck in the pit trap. But this one is also going to dash after him. He needs to make a dex save for the pit. He nails it. So manages to avoid dropping into the pit trap. And then they are going to use their bonus actions to, what the hell's the name of it? To be aggressive and charge towards you guys some more.
Be
Dash.
aggressive.
No, it's a separate thing.
Yeah, they can only use their bonus action to dash straight at an enemy.
Basically, Ox is the only one they can for sure see right now, so they're going straight towards Ox.
And here I was worrying about not being able to hit something this turn.
Yeah, Ox, your dex is probably higher than the guards.
Almost certainly.
They have shit decks, so go ahead and jump them in the initiative order.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go beat this guy up.
Jesus. All right, 12 will not hit him.
I figured.
Will not. A 28 will, for sure.
Yeah, let's go ahead and flurry of blows and hit him 2 more times.
Nice.
What the fuck?
No, right in the eye. No, right in the other eye.
What the fuck? All right, yeah. So the 14 does miss. The other crit does hit, though.
And yeah, let's go ahead and throw a stunning strike on one of those as well.
All right. He makes that.
They probably have pretty good con.
Yeah. Well, even with a shit con, he would have made that.
Yeah. All right. You bit the shit out of one of the Orogs. Good stuff. All right. So that's 12, 18, 25 damage. Nice. The Orog, you catch him in the throat and you catch him in one of his eyes. He's bleeding. He does not look very happy with you. He is bloodied. So now it is the guard's turn. This guy's gonna run over, try and hit that. This guy's gonna walk around. Oh wow, he's actually gonna hit him. Damn.
Nailed him.
That is a solid poking with a stick.
Yeah, he pokes him with his spear. He even rolls max damage. Wow, good job, random guard. Too bad you're gonna die.
That was a really good pep talk, Adriel.
That wasn't even the one who was rolling with advantage either. Alright. Yeah, these guys are within range and stuff. So the ones on the wall are going to start shooting at the Magman. Are they rolling? Yeah. Okay. All right. Yes, that is a bunch of hits. Adriel, the guy you inspired, did in fact hit. Congratulations. So that's one miss. That guy's dead. Oh wait, no, he's not quite dead. But this guy is. So one almost dead Magman and one dead Magman from the flurry from the guys on the walls.
Nicely done.
Good job, boys. They also have cover right now behind the trees. But it is now the fire giant's turn. All right, fire giant. He's going to walk up. Who can he see right now? He can probably see the elk. So he is going to make a disadvantaged rock throw. The fuck, roll 20? Sorry, roll 20 is doing some fuckery with the character with his sheet right now.
What the hell, roll 20? You said you could hang.
Holy shit. Adriel,
Hold on.
does a 21 hit by Kefalo?
Hold on a second.
I'm fairly certain it hits by Kefalo.
I'm trying to see if shield would help. It would not, though. Just barely, but.
All right. He rolls a pair of tens
Aw.
to deal 33 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. No, I'm not.
No, you're not. This is why I need the feet.
You do. But that concludes the giant's turn. He can only do one thing a turn as long as he's...
I can't use.
Yeah, he can only really do one thing a turn right now. So, Rich, you're up. Astound and amaze us.
Yeah, keep the expectations low.
Yeah, you've never let us down before.
Except that one time. So I guess I'll throw a quick vicious mockery at the fire giant and say, "Your mama's so ugly they've weaponized a picture of her."
Oh. All right. He is going to. He's gonna fail his wisdom save. So how much damage is that, sir? 5 psychic damage. He takes the 5 psychic damage, and looks. What? My mother is a wonderful lady.
Rich is just an insult comic now. You are the Don Rickles of this fantasy campaign.
If you're gonna do one thing, do it well.
You have a point. Oh yeah, you guys would have long rested last night. I hoped that was apparent. Um,
Yeah, most of us are very utilitarian.
Action.
Adriel, you're up.
Okay, move the moonbeam.
Okay. Everybody in its path needs to con scan, I believe.
Yeah, that's crap damage.
Oh wow, he might actually survive. Let's see. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4 magma. One, two, three, 4. Okay, you kill the one that's currently centered in it. The fuck? All right.
I accidentally clicked something. What?
Yeah.
This one saves. The other two take full damage. Yeah, all right. Moonbeam damage done. One other magman explodes and actually begins to light these trees on fire.
That's
I'm gonna move around to there afterwards.
Okay.
And
Speaking of the magman, it is their turn. So, all right, they're gonna move forward. They have no ranged attacks, so can't do anything. But they're going to continue to move forward, and as they charge, they're going to let out a what sounds like a battle cry. Nobody speaks Ignan, I assume.
Nope.
nah.
Okay, they're going to shout out an incomprehensible battle cry and actually light themselves on fire.
Edgelords.
Sure, we'll go with
There's
that.
Zibotrix McEdgelords.
What was the incomprehensible battle cry? Flame on?
You can't prove that. None of you speak Ignan.
I mean, unless Primordial gives me a default in it.
No, Ignan's a separate thing.
Really?
Ignan? I could have sworn Ignan's part Primordial.
It's listed as Ignan and not Primordial.
Yeah, but Ignan is a dialect of Primordial if you look at Primordial.
Oh, okay. I will check that.
As are the other elemental languages. I mean, admittedly, it's kind of like speaking Spanish and listening to someone talk Italian. Like, you can mostly follow it, but...
Huh. Yeah, okay. So there's definitely something about flaming and something about upon.
So they're flaming, huh?
To you, it sounds as if they're saying, flame upon those people.
Or something.
Anyhow, Soliloquy. It is your turn.
At the moment, I am beginning to see some downsides to this plan. But to be fair, we were expecting one.
Yes. Yes, you were.
Well, if we both hold and wait for it to get closer, we should be okay.
I suppose the fire won't spread that quickly.
So prepare to move with the thing. Or actually, can you get to... Let me see, distancing here. I guess that wouldn't be covering his face. Yeah, he just needs a little bit closer. Like, taunt him with your spider butt. No, actually, don't do that. You don't want it throwing anything at you. We need you up there.
He has already shown he's good at hitting me. So yeah, I'm going to continue to hold while we wait for a plan to be able to take effect.
All right. Inks, what do you got?
Well, let's at least do a little damage and taunt him into coming a little further. And then next time around... Oh. One second.
Uh, 18 will hit him.
And then I'm gonna run my way over here.
All right. Um, all right. I believe that's your turn.
Yeah.
All right. So the Orogs are going to take their turn. I think that is exactly what she just did, Ox. Or fuck, Rich.
Sorry.
All right, so the Orog is going to make one great axe attack at the guardian in front of him. Ugh. Okay, that'll do. So one guard down. And then the other Orog is going to move forward. He is going to make two great axe attacks against Ox. 17 hit?
Nope.
All right. So they both miss, and that is their turn. That is their turn. Ox.
All right. We're gonna start with the weakened one.
Go for him.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck.
Roll 20 likes me.
Kills him. The first one kills him.
All right. Then the second one will be directed at the other one then.
23 will hit him.
Yep. And I'll go ahead and flurry of blows him too.
All right. The 12 will miss, the 18. All right. Ooh. The Magman might actually get to attack things. This is exciting. So, random melee guard is going to keep running up because he's brave and stupid. The wall guards are going to actually start taking shots at the giant. As soon as I can find which one of their sheets. Wow, there are a lot of crits tonight. That's 2 hits. On the giant.
Don't forget that they have advantage from fairy.
I think that's negating the range disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
8, 11, 14. So they actually do damage to the fire giant. He looks rather annoyed at them, but he's pretty sure that there's somebody casting spells at him from over this way-ish.
He's technically correct.
So he's going to move down. Inks, because you are behind a stand of trees, I will give you half cover against this, but he's going to throw a rock at you.
Does he just have a pack full of these?
Wow.
He pulls them from his bag.
Ouch.
What's your AC?
Not 22.
Well,
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
not that.
That should be a 22. He's not throwing at advantage anymore.
right, but how far from that is it? Like, a lot?
Isn't half
15?
cover plus 5?
Wait, is it?
Half cover is plus 2. 3/4 cover is plus 5.
Ah, okay.
Oh. Then yeah, that would be I would be at 17 with that.
The question is, do I use cutting words?
What to do, 1d8?
Yeah.
The 50-50 chance of working. Actually, no, slightly better. A 4 would work.
Wouldn't it need to be 5?
Yeah, it would need to be 5.
Or actually, no, it'd need to be 6 because it's got to be better than that, right?
Yeah, which
17
is-
plus 4 is 21. Which would not be enough. So it needs to be a 5 or better. 50-50.
Let's just say if I get hit, I'm down to 6 hit points.
Yeah.
Well, if you run back over to me, I can fix that next round.
Your call.
Yeah, it's up to you.
I think that you both get hit by a rock.
Is it an AoE?
It is not.
No.
No, it's not that big of a rock.
They're not like boulders. They're
I
like
figured
heads.
it's
They're like head-sized rocks.
Which weigh like 50 pounds, but you know.
But he's a fucking giant. He has like. How much?
He throws it like a baseball.
Yeah,
Right, so it's going to be hauling ass. Okay,
Oh.
I'll hold on to this. And
has muscles for days.
But he got close
Preventing
enough.
is usually better than healing, so I would do it.
all right. Womp womp.
All right, you tried, but alas,
I do appreciate the try.
your cutting words slightly distract him, but not enough to prevent his rock from smashing into Inks. Wah, wah.
Ow.
You take 32 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, ow.
Rich, what would you like to do this fine turn?
I'm gonna move there and let Inks know that if she comes over to me, I will heal her and have that prepared for when she's in range.
Okay.
Thank
What
you, darling.
healing are you going to do?
Whichever one's better, which I think is Cure Wounds.
Heals more. It's touch range.
Yeah.
Right, which is why I'm waiting for her to come over to me.
Fair.
And then, I guess as a bonus action, I can just go throw a healing words at her. Or healing word.
You
The healing
can.
word is a bonus action.
You can indeed.
Right, so I'll just knock out both.
All right.
She'll blow him a kiss.
Nice. All right. Some of the internal bleeding from being hit by the rock is gone. Some of the bruises also gone. And Rich stands ready. Moonbeam repeat. Okay. I assume you're just going to swing it over what remains of the
Yep.
magman?
They're a little spread out, so I think I can only hit this back 3.
Yeah.
Did good damage this time.
Yeah, they literally cannot survive that. So they
Hooray!
all die. Hooray! Ooh, this one can actually maybe kill the guard. So as they explode, one of the guards is actually within range of the explosion this time, the poor bastard. He fails the dex save on it. Hey!
He dead
He is dead.
already. God damn
And
it.
then some.
No, he has 11 health.
Well, hopefully he stabilizes.
Stabilizing. Yeah, so that guard's dead. But so are all these magmen. So
Yeah, it's alright. However, I'm not going to move much further, so that will be my turn.
all right. So the last magman is going to move over here on top of that Orog and try and bad touch Ox. He is going to fail because he rolled a 9. Damn it. All right, soliloquy.
Okay, I am going to wait just a little bit longer because the giant is at the dead bottom of the initiative table, and I want him to make his move before I move in.
So after I move that and they all blow up, I'm going to flip off the giant. Just like, yo.
Ah, magmen are cheap. Can always get more. All right, Inks, what do you got?
Well, somebody's in range now, so darkness.
At last.
And then running over to Rich, because oh god, ow.
All right. You're centering it on the spider, and it's 20 feet.
It is a piece of a copper coin on the web at that side of the tree, on the other side of the tree.
I thought it was a coin that I am carrying that you handed me after I transformed and absorbed all my gear.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I figured you'd put it on the web closest, and then you could, once the darkness is up, you can go and grab it and move it.
Yeah, but we didn't know which web he was going to approach. I mean,
That's
we
true.
hoped, but
Anyway, the point is she can carry it around.
Yep.
So I've just put an aura on you for this.
I
think
can't see
you
it.
all-
So.
Is it visible now?
Nope.
Damn. All right. Well, that actually surprisingly is not that important because all it's covering right now is the giant. I will figure out a way.
It's
Setting on the tokens, but
Yeah, there's a setting on the token.
Yeah. Oh, there we are.
Yes.
There you go. All right.
Everyone can go for the
Big
legs.
radius.
without getting exploded by rocks.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So
So everyone knows we can all see its legs. Go for it.
the remaining Orog is going to make another pair of great axe attacks at Ox.
The 20 will hit.
Hell yeah. All right. So one misses, one hits. Good times. Ox, it is your turn. The Orog called your mother a cheap prostitute by way of hitting you with an axe. What is your response?
I have a mother?
I assume there was probably at least one female known in the group.
I'm actually going to hit the Magman first.
You're going to hit the Magman. All right.
We're just gonna
let's get rid of this
explode.
God
You missed the Magman. You
damn
will
it.
miss him again.
Flurry of blows. I will hit him eventually.
All right. The 25 hits him.
Is he still up?
No, he is dead. He is also going to explode real quick, though.
Alright.
Please make a dex save.
It's okay. I get 8 temporary health before he explodes, so...
You
And
failed
I
the
feel-
dex save, so you lose all of it and 2 more.
Yep.
Oh shit, the Orog has to save against this too, though.
Exactly.
Ah!
Wow.
Takes 5.
They have actually been rolling really well for saves.
I think you got one more attack if you flurry.
Yeah. The last one's against the Orog.
Okay, yeah, that'll hit him. Your response to his insult with a great axe was a fiery explosion and a punch to the face. I think you came out the better in that one.
I like to think so.
All right. So the bandits are actually going to drop from the wall. And start. Sorry, their tokens are bandits. They are guards.
I was gonna say.
I have a feeling that they probably have slightly less training than the average bandit anyway. So
I mean, bandit, guard, is there really a difference?
The ones near
whether
the
or not
Orog.
you work there or against them.
The ones
Guards
near the
have
Orog
walls.
are going to make a couple of crossbow attacks at him and miss. Because they are not good at this. So the fire giant, recognizing that darkness is bad, because he can't hit things, is going to run out to the side of it. I'm not sure how darkness would work when he's only partially covered by it.
Well, that's gonna change as soon as he moves.
Yeah, but he knows that there were people out this way, so he's gonna wander over.
And now,
Finally.
now Syl gets to move over him.
Finally, the moment I've been waiting for, I get to do something.
Ah, yes. Do your thing. Ah, yes. Curses. Foiled again. Alright. So he knows the spellcaster is out here somewhere.
But he has disadvantage anyway.
He does. He does indeed. So he's going to make a disadvantaged attack against the one who's been fucking chromatic orbing him. Ooh. Oof.
He smacks the crap out of that tree.
No, he smacks himself in the face again.
Nah,
For
he
max
knocks over a
damage.
couple trees with his throw, because that's good fucking damage on that throw. But does not manage to hit anybody, to hit people. Rich. So correct me if I'm wrong, but you cannot see in the darkness, correct?
You can see his legs. He knows exactly where the giant is.
Oh, that's true.
The reason for the up high.
Yes. Yes, I should have said something about this earlier. I will let it through. He's making a wisdom save. Fuck. Wait, that should not be at disadvantage, but it doesn't matter. He fails it anyways. All right. He is prone and laughing. You sick fucks.
I will say, if he's prone, he's probably not in the darkness anymore.
Okay, hold on. Sorry,
But he is prone.
I was muted there a second when I was trying to explain this. I have to cancel that because that's concentration, and you should still be fairy fired.
That's true. Plus, he's also in the darkness, so we get advantage on him anyway. So double up.
All right. Fairy fires off.
Oh, well,
Damn it!
No, he's incapacitated, so.
Yep. All right.
So Syl, get down a little bit closer.
I mean, if he's prone, you still have advantage if you're. Oh, well, I guess not for casting.
Not unranged.
I think incapacitated.
Rich!
I tried to say no, I cancel that, but I was muted.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
Oh, I thought you wanted to cancel the fairy fire. My bad.
No, I
yeah,
wanted to
okay.
keep
We
the
can
fairy fire.
cancel the laughter and keep the fairy fire on him. So
Yes,
he's
I'll
up.
just insult him a second time.
Okay. I'm just going to use the same wisdom save. He fails.
They
And
need
I'll
a
tell
little
him
bit
his
more of
mother
that
is
healing.
He takes exception to your calling his mother a cheap whore.
But he doesn't know where it came from.
was the most expensive whore in all the city of brass. You
Hey,
take
I mean-
that back.
You gotta be proud of something.
I am proud of everything.
If you're good at something, don't do it for free.
All right, Adriel. What do?
Oh, first of all, I'm going to cancel the Moonbeam.
Okay.
And then...
Smite the crap out of it.
Yeah, I'm just debating if I want to cast a spell or not, and I think not for now.
Hello!
Well, you can't see me.
No, that's true. Fuck.
And
We
I'm
can
going
hear you.
to smite on that. Second level.
That misses.
Holy shit me. Okay, never mind.
You have inspiration. Or bardic inspiration still.
I do. Yeah, well,
Oh, this is with the rapier.
Yep.
1 second.
Whoa.
That sounds bad.
they're very good or very bad. One of the two.
Dang, it's
Maybe
probably
it's
wearing
one of
like
those
plate mail.
things
You
that
wanna,
it's
you might want to
wearing.
like touch attack it.
Yeah, it is wearing plate mail.
You got that zappy zappy.
It's an idea.
No, I mean you already have advantage on it though, so.
But I can't smite on that one.
That's fair.
Never mind.
Okay.
Go ahead. Do whatever you were going to do.
That hit it.
The 17 does not hit.
Bardic.
Yeah, roll that shit. All
There's
right.
a 26, 23 hit.
The 23 will hit, yes.
All right, I'm going to throw in a second level smite.
All right. Roll them 3d8, son.
Extra 16 damage.
All right.
And I would suggest moving from that spot.
Don't have a lot of movement left, but I will step back.
You don't want to be in the exact same spot. How about that?
All right. You're actually still within his reach, I believe. So you do.
Yeah, but that's all the movement I have, so.
Yeah. So you do not actually take an opportunity attack.
Oh no, I can move a little further.
Can you react when you can't see?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't take opportunity attacks on targets you can't see.
This is also true.
So it might still be in his reach, so.
All right.
This is what the horse.
I'm
No,
continuing to follow the giant. It is so far paid off in unmurdered teammates, and I like that payoff.
It is a good payoff. All right. So the Magmen are all dead. So, Siliqui, it is your turn.
Yeah, I'm going to
Wait and follow him.
Yep.
You're gonna wait and follow him again.
Oh yeah, he's my new bestie. We're inseparable.
All right. All right, we can do this. Inks, what are you doing?
Aside from concept.
That'll hit him.
Shoot.
He looks to be not in such great shape right now.
As he should not, that motherfucker.
His legs are messed up.
I never paid to fuck my mother!
He rocked
How
my
dare
hair!
you say that?
Son of a bitch! He bludgeoned my hair in my favorite outfit, that son of a bitch.
All right.
I'm also gonna move.
Good plan.
I'm just gonna stay behind Rich a bit.
Yeah, I don't think that's a great plan.
We should probably back here. Actually, what is this area here? Just so I know if I shouldn't be stepping in it. Oh, okay.
It's just a random path.
Okay. Then I will stay back here
It's
as far
kind
as
of just
possible.
there for shits and gigs.
I thought a little hill or pit or something.
No, it's just a random like road.
Okay.
Yeah, the Orog is going to make a pair of great axe attacks at Ox. He's going to miss one, hit the other, I believe. 18 hit you?
It meets my AC. That's a hit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then that does hit me.
All right, that's all he's got. So, Ox, it is your turn.
I want to backhand him.
You're going to pimp slap the Orog?
Yes.
The 15 misses.
I'm going to pimp slap him again.
That'll hit him. I think that might kill him. Oh, you pimp slap most of his jaw off, but he is still standing.
Motherfucking Grace. Not going to flurry of blows, but do have one more attack.
Yeah, that'll kill him.
I just grab what's left of his jaw and rip it off.
Yeah. Damn, that is brutal.
Going until dawn on this shit.
Yeah. I dig it. All right. You're moving over there. Okay.
And that's it.
Honestly, the guards are kind of just going to back off and go back to the wall. They don't see the point of getting more involved in this than they have to.
They can still fire at him. If they have their archers, they can fire on him from there.
They do. This is the wrong.
I can see his legs. Go for the Achilles tendon.
They deal a grand total of 5 piercing damage.
They have advantage.
Yes.
They still only do a grand total of 5 piercing damage. Still, none of them rolled his AC. It is now the fire giant's turn, though. Adriel may have escaped his grasp, but the giant spider who's following him around is still definitely within his grasp.
But he can't see it.
I mean, he knows that there's something skittering around up there that's causing this darkness, especially because she did roll a 5 on her stealth check.
That was before she was in darkness.
That's true. Do either of those hit you?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Okay.
I think it matters if the first one takes her out or not.
The wolf spider the giant spider only has 26 health.
So she would be de-spiderized. Oh, not by the first one.
Okay. By the
That's the
second one, though.
Oh yeah, but she only takes 3 damage out of her real health pool.
Yes.
So giant spiders a health that low?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's normal for animals.
Sorry, AC.
Yeah.
they're
Most
disappointed.
animals have really low AC, actually.
That's why you have to go Druid Monk and get your Wisdom added to your AC.
Yeah, what else?
Well, at
And
least you're
then
still
add
up on the thread.
And then add in Blade Singer Wizard so you can add your int to your AC.
All right.
At least you're
Then
still
the
up on
Giants
the
do.
webs.
The Giant's gonna fucking book it.
How would he know which way to run? Is the question.
He's like run into a tree and just whack.
I mean,
There's a tree right there.
this is true. He will stumble, but he will book it half the distance. All right. Siliqui, I believe you held to move after him. All right. So, Siliqui, you are there, but am I still audible?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Siliqui, you're there. The giant booked it, but he's lost some speed due to running into a pile of trees. Yeah. Rich, what do?
I'm gonna hold my turn until I'm gonna hold my turn and cast Hideous Laughter on him when he tries to run away.
Okay. Adriel?
Still got Fairy Fire on, right?
Yep.
He does.
All right, now, and she's still high up, so I can still see him.
She is.
All right.
Twelve will miss.
Ah! And a level one fight on.
All right, roll him. Oh wow. Almost. He is almost dead, barely hanging on. He's got, frost burns, stab marks and shit all over him. But
You can cast some shit now.
The only spells I was looking at are Compelled Duel, which if one of you attacks him cancels it, or Shield of Faith, which I don't think is really going to help at this point.
Siliqui.
Well, being that I'm no longer in spider form and can use nifty things like spells. God, they're so nifty. Nope.
Nope.
Did you
Just
roll that
no.
as with advantage?
No. How do I make it roll with advantage for spells?
Well, she's also in the darkness, so wouldn't that cancel out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's up in the air, isn't she?
It is kind of centered on me.
All right, Inks, what up?
Because fuck him.
You want to fuck the giant? Well, that can be arranged. You'll have to.
No, he's not. Yeah, no, not like that. Because he's not.
It sounds like it would be painful.
How do you want to do this?
Yay.
So that's a chromatic orb with cold damage. So I would like to basically, as he's trying to run away, have the orb hit him, start covering him in ice. He trips on it and shatters.
All right. So the giant, fearfully sprinting for his life, running. The chromatic orb catches up with him.
Right in the legs.
Ice gathers around his legs and spreads to the rest of him. He holds a single hand in front of his face to watch himself freeze, and then topples and shatters to a million bloody fire giant pieces.
And with that, the darkness drops. And she just kind of flumps to her knees.
All right. So the Orogs are dead. A couple of the guards are too, but
I would, as soon as the battle's over, run up and see if they can be helped at all. Because theoretically, they would be making death saves and all that.
It's been more than 3 turns for one of them, I think, but we can roll death saves for him.
So if he's not dead yet, I'll give him some lay on hands.
We can even have extremely appropriate polka music playing in the background.
Okay, he's up.
Yay!
He stabilizes. The other one dies.
Well, that's 50-50 odds for you.
Yeah, you save one, the other one dies. Alas.
I could heal it with cure wounds or something.
Can you heal dead people?
Well, was this happening in the background during the fight or something?
Both of them died pretty far away from you.
Okay.
So,
I could use a little bit of that, darling.
Sucks to be you.
spoken like true adventurers. All right. What do you guys?
Thanks. So
Is
sadly
that-
just
Go
mending
with
her
this one.
clothing because she can't mend her wounds.
I'm going to try to find my way down from the trees.
Do you even need to ask for me?
You want to loot the bodies?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. So the giant. We're gonna go back to roll on my favorite rollable table.
Favorite rollable table shit giant has in their pockets.
Items in a giant's bag. You roll. There in his bag, he has a dented metal helm that has clearly been used as a bowl. He has a single humanoid skull and a giant-sized drum. He also has on him. Ooh, yeah, actually, he would have some other things on him. He also has on him that big black hunk of metal that you guys saw on him the last time you met. In his bag, you also find what looks to be a rod. It's topped with a with what looks like a hunk of onyx. and it's a rod. The Orogs, they have great axes, weapons. The rod is magical. The hunk of metal is probably magical too. Yeah, we'll say it's magical. You want to poke the giant with the rod.
Yes.
The giant continues to be dead and shattered. There is no reaction.
Don't poke corpses with random onyx rods.
But science.
Evil science.
It's not science if you're not recording the results.
It's true. It's screwing around if you're not writing it down.
All right, yeah. So this is. Oh fuck. Okay. This is a 4-foot long rod. It weighs 100 pounds, and it's very clearly sized for a fire giant's hand. It's made of adamantium.
Like Wolverine.
Or adamantine, I guess it is in D&D. And it's got a handle grip on one end, and on the other end, around the hunk of onyx topping it, it's got 2 prongs.
Okay, yeah, I probably wouldn't
It's
be
a
able to pick that
dowsing
up.
rod.
It's a giant-sized rod of lordly might.
Dowsing rod or a tuning fork?
Yeah, so it's got like basically, I don't.
I want to make sure I heard you right.
Yeah, prongs.
Okay.
Not
I don't
antenna?
know how else to describe them. They're prongs.
For
Why would it have
prong shape,
elk
They do
horns?
to communicate with, obviously.
Duh.
Right. So, yeah, we'll drag that back into town.
All right. Oh, other fun thing. If anybody examines the big black hunk of metal that he's been carting around, it is also made of adamantine.
Adamantine can be black?
Sorry?
I always thought adamantine was silvery.
Is it?
It varies.
This is black adamantine.
I mean, I'm not saying it can't.
To be whatever color it wants.
It's canon now. Black adamantine exists.
It was anodized.
Yes.
I'd actually find black adamantine easier to take than.
All right. So yeah, you have all this stuff. The Magmen don't have anything. Whatever they had was lit on fire. The Orogs probably have 20 gold apiece. The Fire Giant. Fire Giant has 66 gold pieces on him. In addition to the other stuff in the giant's bag.
The fanciful items in the giant's bag. We should probably bury the skull. I doubt we're going to be able to identify
Yes.
it.
We don't even know what kind of humanoid it is.
You can try and figure it out if you want.
Pretty sure I have a penalty on that roll.
Like, basically, you can tell whether it's at least, like, an orc or something like that, probably because of the teeth.
I'm sure we can rule out Dragonborn.
It's dead.
It is in fact a gnomish skull.
Ah. Yeah, I have no idea what you're supposed to do with gnome remains.
I don't know either, so I'm just going to bury it and plant an acorn. Actually, can't I
Is
use
that right?
Druidcraft to make a plant sprout?
To make what?
Or to make a seed sprout?
I believe you can, yes.
I am away from my sheet at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, I believe you can. I don't know. I've never actually played a druid.
Sounds reasonable enough.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a druidy thing that you would be able to do. So go ahead. Yeah. So you can.
Yeah, I'll cast when I can.
I don't need a helmet bowl
I don't think anybody needs the helmet bowl.
and a giant sized drum. As awesome as that is, I don't think we're gonna want to cart it around.
Probably not.
We could
But
just
yeah,
leave it here for performances.
you can for sure dig a small hole, place the gnome's skull in it, place the acorn within the skull, next to it. I don't know.
I was going to place it above it so the roots would grow down.
Okay. Yeah. Place it above the skull, fill it in, and Druidcraft. And a tiny little tree grows from where this poor gnome's skull was finally laid to rest. Seed pod open sounds good enough. There's a tiny little shoot that sprouts. $19.2 gold a person. Much as I love the polka music, it needs to change. Hearing the sounds of battle have kind of died down, there are a couple of curious civilians poking their heads over the walls, looking out at what's happened. They see you. They see the dead bodies, the fiery craters. Some of the trees are still on fire, by the way. And most importantly, the shattered remnants of the...
No, they aren't.
Only
Okay.
to put them out.
The trees are no longer on fire. So they also see Siliqui drop a sleet storm on the trees that are still on fire.
Well then, I'm not
There's
sure
a
if
little
that
bit
could
of
have gone
murmuring.
better.
That went reasonably well.
For dealing with such a large threat.
Still, that's only one giant.
What has it been carrying around?
A gift, so it said.
Let's get it inside the town where we can examine it in more safety.
A gift for the Duke, he said.
Yes. And I know
Given
the Duke has another one. At least another one.
Given that they came into town specifically to dig it up, I suspect the Duke asked for it specifically.
And you said there was carvings on the big slab? Or no?
Yes. It's clearly broken. It's clearly a piece of something. But it's there are what look like some decorative carvings on it.
I'll signal to some of the townsfolk, see if they can get a cart or a wagon out here so we can get this inside. The stuff inside.
There's a little bit of confusion as to what you want initially, but eventually, yeah, they'll come out with a couple of horses and help you haul the hunk of metal.
The slab and the rod, at least. And anything else get in.
Yeah, you can carry the rod yourself. It's not that heavy.
100 pounds isn't that heavy.
It's within
As much as
carry.
Adriel.
For people who aren't us, darling.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure a couple of big guys can pick it up and haul it that way, but
Yeah.
But right now, I would prefer to just sit and relax a bit.
They haul the hunk of metal into town. A couple guys also haul your lovely new rod into. You want to play the giant drum?
Of course. I mean, it's not often you'll get a chance to have an experience like this.
I would say don't summon them, darling.
But giant drum.
Yeah, roll performance.
Yes,
Yeah.
quietly.
All right, it goes pretty well. People are there's some definite head bobbing going around to the beat of your tune. People seem a little bit more upbeat. Yeah, they seem to enjoy the music from the giant-sized drum.
Actually, is this technically considered a short rest?
Yeah. Um,
Oh, I have something for this too.
nice. Ah, yes, Song of Rest. All right. Once you're in town, nobody really. Some people look at you and see the blood and wounds that you've taken and kind of shy away. The rest crowd around, like, "Oh, that was so cool! You killed that giant like it was nothing! You're the best!" There's a little bit of fan boy and girling.
Thanks, just smirks to herself with that.
But eventually, you get the hunk of metal and your rod to a nice, quiet spot where you can examine them if you wish.
I'll definitely put the word out if there are any scholars in the village left that if they want to come take a look, we'd appreciate their assistance.
All right.
Because, yeah, I'm assuming it's not a language I can read, which means I got no idea what's going on.
All right. I'm going to assume that none of you speak giant.
Just the words that we learned from.
Okay, yeah, those. This is like runic giant. None of you know how to read this, unfortunately.
If only Zephyros was around.
If only he was.
I'm sure you'd find this all quite interesting.
I'm taking it nobody learned comprehend languages.
Not on my spell list, apparently.
Hopefully we'll level up soon.
Very soon. Very soon. eventually the Lord Protector of Tribor comes around. I say! You killed that giant! You're not trash like the other ones. This is excellent.
I was trying to tell you.
That's good. I'm glad we don't have to dig graves for you. We've had enough of those already.
Yes. Is there anyone in town who might be able to read this?
I can take a look. No, it doesn't. Nobody around here speaks giant. It's not good for. Nobody around here does business with giants, so no one's got the need to speak it.
Well, thank you. Do make sure the fallen soldier is returned to his family.
We already have. She's not happy, but he volunteered.
He was quite brave.
Bravery is not so good when you're dead, right? Anyhow,
I know.
I suppose I'll leave you all to it. Are you taking this with you? And she motions at your new acquisition.
I don't
They're
think
looking
we've
for
decided
it.
that yet.
Sorry?
Yanks will like look to Adriel like they're probably going to come back here if they.
We'll come back whether the thing is gone or not. And how would we move it?
We could lend you a cart. Give you a cart, really. I suspect you won't be in Tribor for quite a while if you're going east.
Is it still resistant to fire, even though it's dead?
Giant?
Yes.
It is, in fact, immune to fire. Why?
He wants
Please
to burn
tell
it
me.
up so it doesn't stink.
Sorry, I must have missed a word because I thought that's what we were talking about moving.
Oh.
No, we're talking about the gift plus the rod.
Yeah, the slab and the rod. I have an idea for the rod, but the slab is the other issue. The corpse, yeah, I don't know what to do with that.
It's mostly shattered, so
Yeah, but eventually it's going to thaw, and then you're just going to have giant chunks of meat
yeah. You could.
that don't burn.
They will need to bury it, probably.
You
I was
could.
going to say, remember that one whale that they blew up?
Well, there are some large bear traps that were dug, only one of which was triggered, so like they're halfway to burning it.
Push it into
Really?
those.
Yeah, you can push it into one of the bear
I don't envy the guy with that chore, but
traps. Well, you'd better get to it soon before it thaws.
No, you just pick the guy that had the most hatred towards the giants, and he'll be happy to just shovel it into it.
Fuck those giants, man.
Yeah,
I'm
just
gonna
shove it down
back
there.
their body into a hole. That'll show them.
it's like the most bizarre community building.
Not so big now, are
activity I
you?
can think
Huh? Huh?
Worst community builder ever. All right.
Right. If she's willing to lend us the horses or donkeys to go with the cart, yeah, sure.
Yes.
That would help.
Yes.
I am more than willing to give you that. I want that thing out of my town.
Right, we can do that.
Mm-hmm.
We very much appreciate the assistance.
Oh, no problem. No problem. Thank you for not being failures. I know that sounds strange to hear, I imagine, but
Oh, it's always nice to hear.
failures are all the Lord's Alliance seems to have been sending us lately, so it's nice to have a change of pace.
Are you saying the Lord's Alliance is a bunch of failures?
I'm saying that they seem to send us incompetence.
So now you're saying they're incompetent.
I'm not saying the Lord's Alliance are incompetent. I'm saying that most of the adventurers that they send to help us are.
It's a compliment, Richard, darling.
You are extremely competent. We appreciate very much that you're here. However, you have proven to be the exception.
Right, we're going to need some rest before we head out because we'll want to leave. What time of day is it now?
Probably midday.
Do we want to leave net? Yeah, we'll probably leave after the noon meal, if possible.
All right. That can be arranged. We'll find some food and some comfy chairs or couches for you to rest on. Of course. She leads you to the largest building in town, informs you that it's, in fact, her home, and takes you inside, sits you at a nice long table, and has a couple of cooks bring you guys out whatever you ask for to eat. Within reason.
They eat. I do want to try and use detect magic and examine the rod some more. I want to see if it will auto resize to whoever attunes it.
All right. One sec.
That is a thing some magic items do.
Yeah, I know it does. I don't think this one does. Let me check. No. This one does not.
All right, but with my examination, can I figure out what it would do?
That's fine. We all like the big rods, right?
They have their place.
Almost went an entire session without that, so I needed to get in there.
It is. You can tell that telling exactly what it does would require attunement. But you can tell that it's some manner of divination magic.
I'm sure it won't consume your soul if you attune to it.
I think it is a dozen rod. Yeah, that's the thing. I have no way of knowing. The only way to know if it's cursed is to trigger it.
If it is a dowsing rod, it's probably for the peace.
It does make the most sense.
I wonder what it is when it's whole.
I'm not going to try today. I'm a little drained. And I have spells not prepared that would help, so.
Ah, come on. It'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong?
Garden, one of my other games, has like 3 or 4 curses on him at one point.
It's not like the DM has any reason to take revenge on us for slaughtering his giant after we humiliated it or anything like that.
Oh, I don't do revenge. I feel like that's an unhealthy thing to start doing with players.
I mean, not that I'm arguing with you, but you're ruining my sense of foreboding here.
We've had
Oh,
too
no, the
much
Duke
under the
wants us
other
dead. He
DM.
just doesn't
so-
know us yet.
Oh, don't worry. There will be plenty more foreboding things. Don't worry. But just in general.
We have become paranoid after many campaigns.
Oh, that was just the one, but it was a doozy.
Oh no, not yours.
I started playing in the 80s, man.
That's
I
fair.
encouraged that shit.
That's fair. I forget that you guys are old as fuck sometimes.
Yep.
Rude.
Not millennial crew checking in. Not that that's bad, just saying.
No, that's fair. All right, but yeah, you get your food. You have your lovely cart to store your big hunk of adamantine on.
Or like a tarp or something over that.
Sorry?
Should we get a tarp to throw over it? Or
Oh yeah, for sure.
Canvas.
You can get a tarp to cover the whole wagon with. You even have some extra space in the wagon to store other stuff if you really wanted.
I imagine the issue was with space, so.
Yeah. I mean, if you wanted to take, say, a giant drum along with you.
Is it
How
magic?
giant is this drum?
It's probably like 4.5 feet tall and with a diameter to match. It's giant enough that Rich would probably need a sizable stool to actually play it.
Nah, that's just.
Yeah, we should just leave it
orchestral
here.
bass
They can
drum
have fun with it.
But is it
Okay.
magic?
It is not magic.
Then yeah, who needs it?
That's the spirit.
Yeah, orchestral bass drums are really not traveling instruments.
Not with that attitude.
I used to play one in a marching band.
Oh, you.
I can tell you, it's a bigger pain in the ass than it's worth.
Was it 4.5 feet?
What, just 4?
Bear in mind, it is also giant-sized. It's basically a giant snare drum.
A giant bongo.
That would be a timpani.
Timpanis aren't quite bongos.
Oh, a conga, but bigger.
Whatever. Regardless. You've been fed. You've short rested. Nobody's attuning the rod, right?
Well, I'm not.
Okay.
I think not.
Pass.
Nobody else wants to try their luck.
Would protection from evil and good save me from a curse if it had one?
I
It
don't
would protect you.
think so. Not unless the curse tried to possess you.
Well, it gives you a
Or
bonus to
fear.
save, so.
Does it?
I guess too slow on my part.
Yeah, but it's just against charm, spears, and possession.
Hmm.
I guess a
do
curse
not have
doesn't count as
remove
charm.
curse.
Huh?
Curses are their own thing. They cause other effects.
Right. Yeah, I'll pass.
Okay.
Yeah, bestow curses upon the spell.
I mean, I'm not even worried about a curse. Just what the fuck are you gonna do with a giant-sized dowsing rod?
Well, maybe
When
it's
I
not
know what it
giant
is,
size
I'll
if you
figure
adhere
it
to
out.
If it's for this thing, it'll probably point us toward the other pieces, but
Yeah.
that'd be about all it could do for us. And it might just point us towards this piece.
That would be a cruel twist of fate if it were to occur.
Right, hit the road.
All right. So you guys are heading east out of here, I believe.
Yeah, we're still trying to get to
Everland.
We're gonna go play with dead things.
That's the spirit.
We can do that here.
But
Until
those
they
dead things
bury
don't
it.
play back.
Dead things that can play back. Does anybody want to try this to do anything with the rod along the journey?
On the second day, after I can re-prepare spells, I'm going to cast Protection from Evil and Good, and I will try to attune the rod.
Okay. So you can attune the rod. The rod, in fact, is basically a giant dowsing rod. It's got 10 charges. It regains 1d6 plus 4 at dawn. It casts, so to grasp it, expend 1 charge to cast Locate Object. But the quirk is that if it's used to detect objects made of adamantine, the range increases from 1 mile to 10 miles.
But I can you can use it to locate object, any object that's valid.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, it extends it from 1,000 feet, to 10 miles.
I don't know if I call that a quirk so much as a bonus.
Question. Locate object appears to only work on things that you have seen.
Or can clearly
clusters of a particular
describe.
kind. Never mind.
So if we
You can
wanted to
also-
find the nearest sword, it would just point to the nearest
You can
sword.
also locate the nearest object of a particular kind.
But we could also say the nearest adamantine sword.
We should probably get a sheet of lead for the cart.
Probably be good. Or plenty of Pass Without Trace.
Pass Without Trace protect against locate object.
It's divining magic, right? So.
Can't be tracked except by magical means.
Alright.
So you can still be tracked by magic.
So yes, lead something cover.
Alright.
Is there enough lead in town to pull that off?
Probably not. Roll a D100.
We'll go steal someone's roof.
I mean, if you want to, no, you do not find enough lead in town to cover your cart.
Can we use the rod?
I'm sorry, what?
Use the rod to find a bunch of lead.
Yeah, sure. You can try that. All right. Yeah, you can cast locate object. You're led to a pair of lead sheets that are in somebody's. You're led to a pair of lead sheets that are hidden in somebody's in a merchant shop. The merchant, currently isn't there. He was taken by the fire giants, but he's got a couple of lead sheets hidden underneath the counter.
So you're saying he won't need the sheets anymore?
If you steal them, nobody will complain too loudly.
It is not going to steal them. But are there any family members around?
Not that you can find.
Oh, I'm sure we'll come
How
across
much
them
would
eventually.
they have cost?
Darling, if we're going to go after the fire giants anyway, we'll probably see them along the way. They'll probably be coming after this. I'm sure they have a rod of their own.
Huh.
I'm going to leave some gold behind, though.
Leave, say, like 2 gold.
Right, I'll leave that under the counter where the lead sheets were.
They're not big lead sheets. Like, they won't cover the entire thing, but they will protect at least part of it from detection.
Right.
Or
it's what we got.
Protect it against detection from at least some directions.
Well, it's lead. It's easy enough to manipulate, so you can put it around like the top. I'm just hoping all the Underdark is looking for it.
I think that's a different campaign.
Last campaign.
If I remember correctly, we're over the Mushroom Kingdom.
I think the Mushroom Kingdom was further east. I'm pretty sure it's under the High Forest.
And it doesn't exist anymore.
Oh no, it totally exists. You guys saved Aramikos and made him not die.
Oh, right.
And
It's like the only part of the Underdark that is still intact.
Yeah. That's the only place that didn't get, not irrevocably, but severely fucked up.
Which means that probably a lot of people went there and are fucking it up right now because that's the only place for them to go.
To be fair, I think that was the only part of the
pushovers.
It was the only part of the Underdark that didn't deserve to get fucked up.
Yeah, you're not wrong. The Underdark was a shitty place.
There's probably some smelly gnomes down there.
There were some smelly dwarves, I can tell you that for
sure. They'll just reek of mushrooms now.
So they're hippies?
Pretty much. Right.
So you have lead sheets. They cover part of your adamantine chunk. You are on the road to the lovely. You're on the eastern road out of Tribor, to the lovely, lovely city known as Yartar.
Sounds fabulous.
Yeah. Do you guys want to stop in the city at all? It's basically just a walled river port. It's decently prosperous.
I do, because I want to know if there's any news.
Okay.
Also check it for more lead.
Yeah, exactly.
This is also true. All right. So Yartar is a fortified city on the east bank of this river that goes through the region. It's a decently major port. It's got actually some decently tall buildings and everything.
Wait, this is a port town, like right by the water?
Riverport.
Oh, Riverport.
Yeah,
Guys, we chuck the thing in the river at the very bottom. Take that, fire giants.
But it might be useful. And by useful, I mean worth something.
Well, we know it's worth something to the fire giants, but we also know they're not in the habit of paying for things.
Yeah, they just tend to take.
Right, so we need to find somebody else that will pay us for it and let it be their problem.
I do enjoy the way you think sometimes.
My concern is this may be the sort of problem that becomes everyone's problem.
Oh, that's
If we're going to leave it somewhere
definitely.
randomly, we need to leave it in the middle of nowhere.
But covered in lead first.
Yeah.
See? That works! Cover it in lead, throw it in the river.
I'm okay with this plan.
Yeah, it's not a bad plan.
We don't know that lead is bad for water, right?
Yeah, you know, that's totally fine, right?
I mean, Rome didn't happen yet.
I thought we didn't have enough lead to cover it.
Not yet.
That's why we're in this town.
You don't know.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but we are going to stop in town no matter what.
All right. So yeah, you as you're heading through Yartar, there's a fair number of merchants around. A couple of people who are very curious about your cart. As you are passing through, you notice at least one building that's marked with the symbol of the Kraken Brotherhood. If you remember them at all.
Oh, what's her face?
Yeah. Kella, I think her name was. It's in the list of characters somewhere. And you spot at least one building with a bunch of guys in yellow robes handing out food in front of it.
Oh, what's their face?
Sure, remember, the only thing we had against him was Lord Naboon doesn't like him, right?
Lord Naboon does not like, I think his name is Ildahar, the guy in Waterdeep.
And Zephyros did try to contact whoever they were trying to get him to do something for him, and then he ended up unconscious.
So you have merchants, you have Kraken Society, you have yellow robes. You can go rest and try and find news. You can listen in to random people. I don't know. What do you guys want to do? It is a beautiful new city.
Well,
Such enthusiasm.
I'm going to go try and just get general news of the road, because I'm also concerned with what's ahead. I'm sure there's places you can ask about that without being considered weird.
Okay.
They're called bars.
Yeah, so you two can both Adriel and Rich can head to a tavern. Nobody looks at you weird for asking what's on the road ahead, because on the road ahead is everybody wants to keep up to date on what's going on the roads around here, because both to the north and to the east of you guys is the expanding edges of the undead plague. So last you've heard, the road north is clear, at least up to Mornbryn's Shield. Calling horns, the undead are starting to move around it, but the town is still safe if you can break through the undead. The road beyond that is slightly less clear, at least until you get to Alliston's Hold. Oh, fuck, we're not on the world map. I'm so sorry.
Oh, yay.
I'm sorry, I switched over like half an hour ago, and I kind of assumed I switched you guys over. Okay, so you're here at Yartar. So the road is clear of undead to the north, at least up to Mornbryn's Shield. Beyond that, it's basically consumed, though. East, the undead are starting to move onto the road and take that. There's still some knights and stuff holding it, and the town of Calling Horns is still safe. Beyond that, though, the road is mostly overrun until you get all the way over to Alliston's Hold, which is over here. Once you get there, there's knights from Silvery Moon and Everland that are patrolling, and they're much better equipped to hold back an undead horde. But out here is a bit far, and they're kind of cut off at this point.
Right. So, getting to Calling Horns, probably going to see some trouble, but not too much.
Yeah.
But
And
then
if you can
calling
the
Horns
town-
to Austin's Hold is just shit.
Yeah, the big blue circle is basically the bounds of the undead plague. But yeah, Calling Horns itself is still safe. It's just getting to the getting to it that's a bit less safe.
Okay. Alternate idea. Could we possibly find a riverboat going up the Desarn River to Nornar's Hold or Shadowtop Cathedral and then cut through the woods?
Yes, you probably could. Yeah, you for sure could. Drift clubs are uncommon, right? We'll put them at 200. Please don't actually buy that perpetual drift globe thing. Please.
We don't need a
It's
perpetual
more
drift
money.
globe. We just
It's
need
more money
24
than I
drift
can-
globes.
Yeah, it's more money than I can afford to throw away right now.
You don't really need drift globes for today, though.
All right. Yeah, so you could definitely find your way to Nonar's Hold or Shadowtop Cathedral. You're from the High Forest, aren't you, Adriel, right?
Not really from anywhere in particular, but if it's elf territory, I've been there a lot.
There's probably some elves in there somewhere. Let me find the stuff for Nonar's Hold and all right. Yeah, Nonar's Hold is a Nonar's Hold is basically a town that grew up around a hunting lodge way back in the day. Ooh. Shadowtop Cathedral, on the other hand, is... I wasn't going to say anything about the Inquisition. Shadowtop Cathedral, on the other hand, is actually a meeting place for the big Druid Enclave on the Sword Coast, the Emerald Enclave. So they would be friendly to you. Yeah. they're generally friendly people.
Right, and the High Forest is the old elven homeland for the Sword Coast too, right?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah, that's like elven nature territory. It's safe. And
Yeah, I keep liking this plan more and more.
Yeah. Yeah, if you head through there, you can almost certainly pick up a druid guide too, that can get you through the forest.
We have a druid guide.
A druid guide who's a bit more familiar with the high forest in particular.
Right, and
I will absolutely wingman you, Soliloquy.
I think it's wing woman. I don't know.
Wing sister.
Exactly.
Wing sister, sure. Whatever floats your boat.
well, we want to put a giant slab covered in lead on the boat, so.
Okay. Yeah, you might have to pay a bit extra for transport on that.
Cargo.
What's everybody else doing? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, Edriel, once she figures that that's an option, she's going to start trying to make arrangements for that.
Okay. Yeah, basically, as soon as you look at a map and notice that Yartar is on the river, you could notice this and start making plans for that. Rich, are you looking for anything in particular with regards to Hubbub?
No, just what's going around, and then after that, I'll kind of sit in the corner and observe
All right.
what everybody's talking about.
A lot of talk about the undead plague, that's for sure. Let me see. Nope, wrong one. Here we are. Yeah, so there's a couple of people that mentioned that the Kraken Brotherhood is trying to is up to something sketchy in town. One of the nobles has something to do with them. A Lord Dryland.
The who?
I'll spell his name out in chat in a sec.
No, I'm sorry. You said the Brotherhood is up to something sketchy?
Yeah. The Kraken Brotherhood. Remember that random woman who tried to seduce you in Nightstone?
Right, I was going to ask if that was who that was.
Yeah, that's them.
I think I'll go hit up my contact and see what's going on.
Okay. Describe your contact to me.
This guy will be like kind of a small, meek, mousy person that is not much to look at, but is very dangerous.
What does he sound like?
High-pitched, annoying, nasally voice.
Hi.
And I regret everything about that.
What? Did you just say you regret everything about that?
Yes. Which means you're doing the voice really, really well.
Brilliant.
How are you?
Pretty good. You just wanted to ask you a few questions about these Kraken folks.
Ooh, I don't like them. They're the worst.
I don't know who Nessa is. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. That initial wizard character I had. The kid.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
What you want to know about them Kraken Brotherhood types?
So I heard they're a bit up to a bit of shenanigans. And I was wondering if you knew anything about it.
Oh, yeah! That's, that Dryland, Lord Dryland, his name is. He's one of them. Tries to hide it sometimes, but he can't hide it from this nose.
He taps his nose.
He's trying to overthrow the current ruler, the Water Baron. That's what they call them around here. He can't just kill her, though. He doesn't have the support for the election. So he's using the... Sorry?
Yeah, go ahead.
He's using the Brotherhood to try and get the votes he needs.
Is the Water Baron aware of this at all?
Probably. She's a smart woman, after all.
If I were to try to approach her directly, what are my odds?
Semi-related question. Who's got Thwip's ring?
The one now?
Who's up again?
You guys met way back. The guy who gave you the clockwork dog. He gave you a ring.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I had that.
You have it? Are you wearing it?
Unless somebody else had it, I would be.
It was you or Ox?
No, I think it was me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was you.
Okay. Well, spoiler alert. Your contact notices the ring. If you're wearing it.
Says, well, it looks like you might be in luck. The current Water Baron is a woman named Ruthiel. Smart woman. She wears a ring just like that one. Might be useful to you in getting to see her. Eh?
He waggles his eyebrows at you.
Oh, well, that's convenient. Unless I completely misunderstood what he was implying.
He's implying that you could flash your ring and get in to see her.
Oh, well,
Maybe.
perfect. I can make it work.
Sorry?
I can make it work.
Okay.
What are you gonna talk to her about?
This and
Let her- Yeah, maybe some jerkasses that we met a while back.
Oh yes.
Basically, instead of thinking about going for these folks directly, talk to her, see if she has any ideas, and then go after these people. Because I don't like these people.
All right. Okay. So you basically want to go up and flash your ring? How are you doing this?
Well, I would ask to have an audience with her, and when the people asked, I would flash the ring and put on the charm and try to persuade them that yes, I am an important person and that she must see me immediately, for I have important information.
All right. All right. So you can get past the front doors without too much difficulty. You look imperious and regal enough to make it through the front door, at least. You make it in. There's a lush red carpet leading up to a pair of double doors, in front of which a pair of guards stand. They shout at you, "Halt! Who are you? Why do you seek entry to see the Water Baron?"
The name's Frostrick. I'm here to talk to her about some things that are going on in the area.
I do
Some
not
important
know,
things.
Mr. Frost. I do not believe you are on the appointment list for today.
She'll make an exception. Let her know I'm here. And kind of casually show the ring without making it obvious.
He arches a brow at you. But turns. Actually, roll persuasion. Okay. Yeah, that'll do. He looks just curious enough to poke his head in and mutter a few words to the Water Baron. His head comes back out. She is curious, sir. You may enter to see the Water Baron.
Why, thank you.
The door's open. Nestra Ruthiol is a shrewd-looking woman in her 50s. She's, as with most rulers, sitting behind a desk, working, and looks up as you come in.
How do you address a baron? Is it just milady?
Yeah, that's probably the proper way to do it.
Do a nice bow, kind of waving my hand with the ring on it around and say, milady. I come bearing information about the Brotherhood.
And which Brotherhood is it that you bring information on?
The Kraken group or whatever they're called.
The Kraken Brotherhood.
Yeah, that.
What do you have to say, Mr.
Rick. Or Mr. Frost. Or Frostrick, yeah. Couldn't remember how to say that. Anyways.
Mr. Frostrick, yes. What do you have to tell me?
That they are working with Lord Tryland. To try to take your position?
Position is probably the right term to go with there.
Then yes, that one.
I see. I appreciate your warning, Mr. Frostrick, but another of your order came by not that long ago. A few days ago, in fact, and delivered the same thing.
Which order is that?
She raises an eyebrow. What do you mean, which order is that? You're certainly waving your ring around proudly enough.
I was not aware anybody else from that order was moving through here.
Roll deception.
I honestly don't, but all right.
Fair. You actually don't, but you rolled really well. Her sheet's around here somewhere. Fuck. All right, we're just going to use this guy's then. You must have been out of the world for quite some time then.
We're dealing with some rather large problems.
True enough. I appreciate your warning all the same. It is good to know that our relationship is still as solid as ever.
So, as a question, is there anything I can do for you to help you against these folks?
I don't. Let me check something real quick. There is nothing you can do for me that well, there is one thing you can do for me. It may not be easy, though.
Only one way to find out.
Lord Dryland. He is he has parties on his yacht, the Grand Dane. Occasionally in the to drum up support, you see, for the Brotherhood. This is where most of his influence comes from. If you are whenever there's a party, most of the Kraken Brotherhood is gone from their temple as well. If you were to either infiltrate his party or infiltrate the temple of the Kraken Brotherhood here in Yartar, you would probably find some information that would be useful. She did, in fact, say party.
You know where to go.
She didn't say 5 gold, though.
I'm sure we could do better than 5 gold.
I don't think she said a gold price yet.
It was a reference to something.
Oh, never mind. I'm an idiot. Yeah. If you do this for me, there will be reward fitting, shall we say. I am a wealthy woman, as you and yours are well aware. I pay well and true for favors done.
I'm pretty sure we can try to help you with this.
All right. Much appreciated. Mr. Rick Frost.
She comes out from behind her desk and offers you a glass of wine and lifts a second to toast.
I didn't see her try to slip anything in it or anything like that, right?
You can roll perception to check. You do not see her slip anything in it.
Do I even see the glass at that point?
Yeah, you definitely see the glass.
Okay.
It's only slightly below average.
I'll take a sip.
Right.
Or toast with her.
Taste like, yeah, toast with her, drink. Tastes like good wine. The downfall of Lord Caspar Dryland. May he rest in pieces. And she smiles a wide, wide grin.
Yes, down to the Brotherhood. Or Brownwood, down. Holy crap. Down with the Brotherhood.
Yes, that. Okay. We're going to leave that hanging for now and just get to everybody else real quick. What's everybody else doing? Inks is going to hunt for places to entertain. Okay.
Preferably the best places. She needs a little bit better crowds and money in this. This place seems prosperous.
It is. You find a pretty well-to-do tavern easily enough. Roll your performance check. You do okay. You pocket a few gold. Say, take 3 gold, 2 silver. What's everybody else doing? Adriel's going to secure passage to Shadowtop Cathedral. That might change with your current plans, though. We'll work that out. We'll work out exactly what you guys want to do probably next session.
Well, that even assumes there's a boat leaving today, which...
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Syl, what are you doing?
Well, we're in town, and have I actually been informed of the new travel plans? Or as far as I know, are we still going along the road through the Undead Lands?
Drill would have tried to let you know, but it depends on who she can find quickly. So Richard probably doesn't know. Inks is probably easy to find, so she probably knows. If you're with Inks, you would know.
Yeah, just follow the trail of chocolates and flowers.
If I wasn't with Inks, I probably drummed my hands for a while and then went looking for Inks because we're in town and I'm not sure when we'll be in town again and I want to get drunk and that can happen near where Inks is.
That's a good plan.
I always bring the party.
Ox, what are you doing?
I don't know. Probably following along with Adriel and trying to get a boat.
Okay. All right. We are going to call it here, I think. I have to go last minute study for my final tomorrow morning.
Good luck.
Thanks. It shouldn't be hard, but yeah. I will try and find some time over the next week to update the character list with everybody new that you've met. And plan for, I assume you're all going to want to go to the party and not raid the mostly empty temple.
Party, party, party.
Considering we have a ton of charisma, the party is the only sane place we should be going to.
Yeah, I figured. All right. I will also try and plan for the party as well.
Do we get any level? Do we get a level?
Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me. Given that the fire giant encounter was actually twice the deadly experience point threshold for your level,
you get level 7.
Woohoo!
So wait, we were supposed to die there?
Yeah, so
Well,
deadly
usually at least one character should die.
deadly encounter threshold for 5 level 6 characters is 7,000 XP. This was 16 point something.
I think it's probably
16,200.
overcounting the action advantage of the Magman.
Yeah, the Magman didn't really do anything at all.
All right.
We out strategery the strategery giant.
You did. Only because I had no clue what the fuck you were trying to do, though. Until you actually did it.
That's the best way to do it. I found.
Alright.
It makes the reaction organic.
Exactly.
That's true. That's true. Being actually ignorant is a lot easier than role-playing ignorance.
Yes. So what do we know what order whatever her name was talking about with the rings?
No, you don't know.
You can go back and talk to your contact.
Oh,
Yeah,
good idea.
I mean, you can always ask him. But, I mean, I was planning to introduce you to them when you got to Everland, but... You went and talked to this bitch instead.
Any chance to fuck over the Brotherhood, I'm all in.
Oh, this is when you get... Oh, yes! Aura of Protection is a great ability.
It totally is.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, you don't know what the order is, though. You'll find out soon enough, I'm pretty sure. But
Okay.
maybe not soon enough now that you've picked up this.
Figure we'll just do what we always do and wing it.
Yeah. Congratulations. You've managed to find your way into something that is much further along in the adventure than you
We're high
now.
above. Oh fuck! This is Oh my god! This is bringing back terrible memories. Oh god, we're all gonna die. Oh.
I mean, you didn't die last time this happened.
This is literally bringing back terrible memories of my very first campaign in 5e. Like, oh shit.
Yeah. So we'll see how this goes.
We went a month further than we should have, and we all got murdered by a lich.
Okay,
Joe?
it's probably not going to be that bad.
As witches do.
Yeah. We'll see how this goes.
That
And,
sounds like one of the campaigns you've mentioned before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. I will, I'm pretty sure I will see you all next week for...
Nominations?
Sorry? Oh, nomination. Right. That is a thing.
Do you, Rich?
You're muted.
There you are.
Okay, this Discord does weird things all of a sudden. I thought I
Right,
nominated
anyway.
somebody else last time.
Anyhow.
You're the last on the list.
Right, but didn't we play last week?
I believe we did, yes, but I think I forgot to write down who won.
Right.
And I do not remember. There have been...
Wasn't it Inks because she said she did the whole looting for me?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh man.
She looted while you weren't there.
Well, I think I gotta give it to Syl for being an awesome spider and keeping keeping this shit awesome.
That's fair. Congrats, Sil. Take your inspiration for next session.
Yay.
Yay! Yeah.
Couldn't have done it without you.
If nobody's got anything else, I'm gonna
Be
eat
free.
food and I'm gonna eat food. No, I am not free, but I'm gonna eat food and get back to work.
Be not
All right,
hungry.
have a good week.
All right, yeah, you too, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
See you
Later.
next week.
Good night, everyone.